Moved my lab from the wilds of Montana to USF in 2009 and brought a genomics lab here that studies pathogens of the malaria family. We use genomics technology to search for new targets. There's a shortage of drugs for treating these kinds of diseases, and genomics is teaching us how to find new targets. There's a lot of unknown stuff inside these organisms, and this helps us find them. And there's been a lot of efforts in the last 5 years since I've been here to bring USF to state-of-the-art in genomics. The situation we have right now for genomics, which is this study of all genes together. So if we have 25,000 genes, then you're looking at, say, around the 10,000 that would be expressed in any given cell, rather than looking at a single gene and what it does. Complex diseases like cancer and cardiovascular disease, obesity, diabetes, those are going to be genes that are multifactorial, so we need to take into account multiple gene contributions to that. And so genomics is a technology that allows us to do that, and really came into existence with the sequencing of the human genome in the early 2000s. It was a milestone breakthrough for biomedical research and clinical practice here in the United States and in Europe, that were the groups that sequenced the human genome. One of the groups that is really needs some exposure to this are the health professionals that stand in between the researchers that are using this technology at ever faster speeds and the public, which doesn't have a very good understanding of genomics. They might get genomics from watching CSI on Wednesday nights. I think it's 10 o'clock. Shake up a tube, stick it in the instrument, and identify those perpetrators. The knowledge of genomics in our public arena is not very good. It's not systematic. And the health professionals, the public health professionals, the nurses and the physicians, they're on the front lines of this. They have to evaluate what goes on in the research environment, integrate what works, and then educate the public on how it can help in their health decisions. Genomics is being actively used in cancer. A decade ago, you might look at 1 or 2 characteristics about breast cancer, and that would give the physician some hint of the potential difficulties that that patient might be facing and would affect potentially how aggressive the treatments are. Today, we'll be monitoring dozens of markers to help give the physician the tools to know where a tumor might be more aggressive than another. That's information physicians need to know, and that is rapidly moving into the clinical arena. And the course that we'll be teaching in the fall, Human Genomics, is for those professionals. So this is for the student that doesn't have advanced molecular training. And in this course, we're going to give them the tools. We're going to give them the tools to understand the technology, and then we're going to show them how it's being used in clinical practice and what the future is. You know, USF is a major metro driver of Florida. Florida is already, right, the 3rd largest state. We have a large elderly population. If there's a state that could benefit from genomics, it's this one.
As a public health researcher, I think it's imperative to understand the genetic landscape of the human body and the new technology available to help us in breaking down the genomic database into bite-sized pieces, and that will help us in disease management and hopefully prevent the diseases in the future. To me, I'm working on leishmania. Well, basically, I'm screening natural products on leishmania to pursue drug discovery, and learning genomics will help us in developing new drug targets against leishmania and other infectious diseases. Leishmaniasis is a parasitic disease that can be transmitted through sandflies. So it's just a bite of sandfly that can transmit the parasite inside the human body. And it depends on the Leishmania species, the disease will appear, like visceral leishmaniasis or cutaneous leishmaniasis. USF is one of the high-ranking research universities that can offer me the resources I need to pursue my degree and my interest in global infectious diseases.